Oh, I was moving Christmas trees yesterday, and they're actually quite heavy in the box.
Christmas trees, Nim.
I know it is super early because it's not Halloween yet, but I'm doing this big charity event. And there's over 300 Christmas trees that have to be opened and fluffed and decorated and set out. And so it starts early.
I guess so. Holy.
It's a lot. The 160 of them are over 9 feet tall and about 6 feet wide at the bottom. They're a lot heavier than you think for fake metal and tree limbs.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I don't think I'll make one at home. I'm kind of over it.
If you decorate enough.
Check.
Hello.
Hi, guys.
Greetings.
No Christmas before Remembrance Day.
No, it's not out yet. We're getting it prepped. They're getting the charity event prepped.
Oh, I'm like, what?
No, I'm doing like 300 Christmas trees. Not by myself though. Because no.
I'll say, holy, you'd be there for a while.
Yes. Well, I did put about 6 hours in on Saturday, so.
How many did you get done?
We did 5 smaller ones and 10, like it was 2 of us, and we did 10 of the big, huge 9-foot trees, open and plugged in and set up, and yeah, it's gonna be.
Dang.
I'm glad I'm just a volunteer because then I can just give my hours. I don't have to like go into work every day and do it. It's like some of them, so.
Can you imagine how exhausting that would be?
Oh yeah, I can tell you it's completely exhausting, and it's a massive event that's up for 6 weeks.
Ooh.
And then you got to do takedown.
Welcome. We're gonna wait till a few more hop in and get this show on the road.
Ooh.
How's your weekend so far, guys?
Been great so far.
Been exhausting for me, and I'm pretty sure Nim too. Holy, but there's been a lot of interesting things in the game. That's for sure.
Yeah.
And more to come. Well, good morning.
It's kind of been one of those weekends where you're kind of happy to go back to work because it's less work than all the things you did on the weekend.
Oh, well, next weekend I apparently work, so yay.
Oof.
Well, my boss isn't here, so who knows? Maybe I might just call in sick.
Well, don't say that live on air, man. They might be watching.
Well, he did say he only apparently works.
It was kind of funny. One of my employees one time called in sick, right?
Uh-huh.
And we're sitting at work and watching our local Major League Baseball team, right? And they panned into a shot of him and his friend hanging out at the baseball game.
No. What are the chances of that?
I found it quite hilarious.
Can you imagine having a good time and then all of a sudden you're on the big screen? Your boss calls you.
I sent him a message with a screenshot of him and his friend hanging out at the baseball game. It was hilarious.
Oh God!
Hope you're feeling better.
Oh, looks like you're doing pretty good. Catch me a ball. Oh man!
All right, guys, let's get started here. I want to welcome everyone to stage today. we've got a bunch of stuff we're going to cover with the new Lucas event and its progression so far. Also, we will be discussing some of the updates and some stuff that have been around since the beginning of the game and how players approach these now as it goes. If you haven't done so already, and you are following us on our other video streaming channels, we are on quite a few of them now, TikTok and Facebook, and what else, guys?
Oh, I don't think it's Facebook yet.
Oh, no,
YouTube.
Facebook, YouTube.
Yep. Twitch
TikTok.
and TikTok.
Yeah.
Boom.
Otto, we're gonna have you working on the Facebook one, I guess. But if you miss any of our live stages, you can always go back to the stage video channel, listen in to what we've been covering. Also, we have the Live ID channel, which Draco will kindly post here. Anyone that's listening into this stage will get a gift from the fairy for just listening in. Also, if you join us on stage, have any questions, just hit the raise hand button at the bottom of the screen, and we will bring you up on stage and answer your questions live. One thing I do want to cover before I bring Jake Doug here to host is the Discord events team has posted a fun little Halloween event. So you can, the actual instructions are, I just posted in the chat. But there's also a link that'll take you directly to it. But they're having a fun little event for Halloween where you take some information, post your ID, and again, for participating in that, you'll get a nice little reward. Last year, they did like ghosts, witches, warlock, vampires, I think, was it?
I think it was vampires.
I don't know. All I know is I was Team Ghost and we won. So I just remember that. But that was another fun event similar to what they're doing now. So I love these little Discord events that they throw out here. So if you guys have some time, go into that, choose your Halloween name, and post your ID there as well. And they will also get you some nice little reward posted. But without further ado, I'm going to introduce Jake Dog here to go ahead and get this show on the road.
So it has been a great spider collaboration with Lucas the Spider so far. I hope all you guys have been liking it as much as me. After the last stage we had, this event came out, the sorting his decorating materials. How did you guys like that?
Eh.
Draco, not the biggest fan.
No. Well, let me just chime in here quick because I know Nim has an opinion too. But yeah, no, I'm not a fan really because I found there was a couple of glitches in the game. Not gonna lie, kind of messed me up. You know me, post this. Like, check that out. Like, at first I'm like, wait, is it a fruit? Is it a bug? So I tried the
That
bug.
That bug happened to me one time. It kept the picture of the item on the screen, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
No matter how many you go through, even if you hit that little special bonus where you just tap like crazy, yeah, no, still stayed there.
Oh,
But
it's definitely better than Flappy Bird. I will tell you.
oh no, 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 no.
Yes.
That's
Flappy
that's
Bird.
an opinion.
That's exactly. Thank you. That's an opinion. Flappy Bird was my game, dude. I got
Mm-mm.
first. I was amazing at it. Still am. Still will be. Can't wait for the next one. But
No.
that's my opinion. But yeah, ironic got it. You can't. But I know Nim has a few opinions. Maybe it might differ from mine.
Well, at first I didn't. I was like, okay, this is just showing me how old I am and cognitively slow because, and then I, managed to figure out that if you use multiple fingers, I'm like, oh, okay. I mean, it was still challenging for me because I am older, but I got the rewards. I managed to get 10K once. I was super excited. So yeah, I didn't win it. I was for sure not on the top of the leaderboards, but I found it at least entertaining. Just don't save all 20, like, don't save all your times to the end because I don't know about you guys, but my arm did start to hurt trying to like get that 10K. But yeah, I like it better than Flappy Bird by far because I can't figure that one out to save my life. So
So the cheat that was involved with that, apparently, I don't even know how true it was or not, but like on day one, there were people that had gotten like 200,000 points in some of the servers, which was like insane, right?
Mhm.
And they quickly came out with a patch that allowed for only a maximum of 10K points. But apparently, I think when the game was going on, and supposedly it was only on Android devices. I don't know again because I kind of just blew through those, but apparently you could disconnect from the game and reconnect, and the timer would disappear, so allowing like the max points. But maybe it could happen on iPhone. Again, I didn't go into great detail, but that was some of the discussions I saw on some of the different forums. But
Holy.
Whoa.
Yeah, so I saw some screenshots of people with some crazy points. So there obviously was a few bugs in the new game, but I don't know. As some people said, like Nim, some people really enjoyed it.
Well, once it was fair for everybody and you could
yeah,
not max
auto
out past
clicker was
10K, but
auto clicker was another thing that they said. Although I don't even know how auto clicker would work. I mean, like, doesn't that have to be like how the auto clicker is able to tell the difference between the different pictures? Like
No,
for
I
which?
think you would just set it up so you start it during the bonus period or whatever.
Oh, I got you. Yeah, that
um,
makes sense. Whatever.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, the one thing I do enjoy very much about these events, and I've had this discussion with quite a few different players, is that it's very free to play friendly, right?
yes.
Like
Yes.
when you go to any other event, any other mini game that they have going on here, there is always an option to like buy your way to the top, right? I mean, like you can get extra fragments, you can get extra this, you can get extra that, for $5 you can buy like even the current one that's going right now, right? Where you're attacking the insect. You can buy extra turns, right?
Mhm.
So the Flappy Bird one and like this one and every collab has one like this, you know, it's free to play friendly because it's a challenging thing. And so like you can't buy your way to the top. You have to do good in those events. So I like it personally from that aspect. Not so much when people can cheat or use auto clicker or whatever may be the case, but in the end, I guess in the bigger scheme of things, they can do it. More power to them, I guess. But I personally like those events in general. This one was a little weird because there were some hacks and some cheats and whatever that were available. But even in that case, if you're smart enough to figure it out, whatever. It's one little mini event that doesn't really affect many. And, the rewards that are given were pretty similar based on where you fell as long as you were participating in it. So,
Yeah,
it is what it is, I guess.
I completely agree. I kind of quite enjoy these little mini games that are skill based, and they're really just, as Soul said, for bragging rights, because the rewards are very much similar between first place and 500th place. But they are quite fun to play and compete against your friends.
Yeah. I mean, I do like the only thing that sucked really is what Big Stu just posted is that the fact that it could be hacked did kind of kill the challenge vibe, because like I
Yeah.
said, the whole point behind those mini events like that, and even Flappy Bird, like we said, is that it is a true challenge, right? Like you have to have the skill to be able to do well in those events. So it's fair across the board for everybody, right? But then when a hack is developed that allows it to like be, you know,
Hmm.
give people unfair advantages, that does suck. So,
Yeah. See, that's why I like Flappy Bird too, because you can't hack it. Well, I guess if you go to the extremes, you could, but who's really going to spend all that time just to get very little rewards? But, it's the thrill. I'm a very competitive person. So playing Flappy Bird or Flappy Ladybug, I can't remember the name, was very thrilling for me, knowing like, oh, okay, there's these scores that got beat. Oh, so close. And you learn strategies along the way. And that made me really enjoy it. I know a lot of you guys hate it. It's not the best, especially the original version that came out was hated but loved a lot, but still got people to play it. So I hope the developers come out a lot more, or I should say, will create more mini games and release them more frequently outside of collabs too, because those are pretty fun, especially when you're stuck on server or you're gathering all day.
let me ask you guys a question. Have you gotten multiple items from this collab event yet? Like, have you gotten enough points to get the skin, let's say, or the frame or anything like that?
Yes.
Both?
Yes.
Okay, same. How about
Well,
you, Draco?
for me, I surprisingly, this is the first collab that I have not spent a single ant coin on. And was it yesterday? I just got the skin of the chameleon. I can't remember his
Yeah.
name. Yeah, but after that, now I'm just sitting at 1,110 points.
Okay, so you're still on track to be able to get the frame if you wanted, right? Or maybe shells or whatnot, right?
Yeah, yeah, I still have some, personally for me, I've said it in past stages, I won't get the frame. It's
Okay.
nice, but it doesn't give me anything. For 3,000 points, I can get three exotic shells, or you know, it's
Mutation
pretty,
material or whatever.
yeah, or ascent shells, because Barry only knows how hard those things are to get.
Yeah.
Hmm.
But
Well,
yeah,
but that's that the thing is with this, I'm kind of digging this collab and the collaboration points earning a lot more than the previous ones. Okay. You actually can pretty much get a lot of stuff from this one, free to play or otherwise, right? So I'm kind of digging this collab more so than the previous ones. Like I don't think a free to play player could have gotten skin and frame, or it would have been very difficult. Like maybe if they did well in the challenging event or whatever, but it would have been difficult on
The
the
Komoku?
Komoku, and it was I don't think it was even possible on the Godzilla one, where you
mm, you can get. I think I got two things from the Godzilla event. maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, wasn't the frame. I think it was
They had
two
the ornament,
ornaments.
right? They had the ornament and they had the hill skin,
Yes,
the
yes, I got
dorsal
the
hill skin.
yes. Thank you for reminding me. Yeah, I think I was only able to get the one ornament and the
And
hill
they had a
skin.
frame. And they had a chat box, maybe?
Hmm.
Or no,
Yes.
no, maybe not chat box. Maybe it was a
There,
frame
Well,
too.
there is a chat box, but I've never seen anybody
But
actually have it.
the chat box was you had to get all three of the items or whatever. Like three of the
ah,
pay items. You had to get the hill skin, you had to get the Godzilla, and you had to get one other thing, maybe. But
God. Oh, well, that's a pass. Still,
like
you
even
said,
with
this
this
is
what to
better.
get the chat box, you have to get the skin, the insect skin, and the hill skin, the insect skin, and something else, I think. I have to go back and
Mm.
make me log into the game.
But still, yeah, like this one is pretty good. I'm not really
Oh,
a
the
f-
March. The
oh
March.
yes, with Mothra.
Yeah.
Yeah, now I remember that. Yeah,
I
but
already bought all my exotics from that collaboration shop, so I hope I can get the hill skin later.
ooh, that's what
Ronick
four
coming in
five
clutch.
thousand. It's like what 5,000 points there,
Yeah,
Jake.
yeah, I needed the exotics.
Well, trust me, I'm not even gonna get the exotics because what every week you can get well if you're a late spender like me, for $20 you can get four exotics from the daily shop. That's they're once a week, I think. So for
Oh yeah.
me, it's the essentials. Essentials are a pain in the butt. And everyone
Hmm.
here definitely knows that, especially when you're a higher level. Oh, but yeah, how what else are you guys enjoying about the collab? Hmm?
Enjoying
Anything?
all of it, to be honest.
How about the new event that just came out for it? The little mini game.
The maze.
The
Yeah,
I like
Maze
that one.
version 2.
That's pretty that's pretty good one. It's team oriented, right? So like there is the I mean you got to try to hit it 5 times, right? Each one in order to
mhm.
like maximize the points. So we sent out some messages to our alliance, make sure everyone hits the insect. It kind of reminds me of the like
The underground maze.
no, not the underground maze. The uh, aphid, right? It's like a cross between the aphid and the underground maze because like
Mm.
your whole team has to work together to kill the insect to go on to the next level. You know,
Yes.
so like the aphid bosses is what it
Yep.
reminds me of. But I like that coordination where you have to like, you know, do that with your entire team.
I quite
Yeah,
like how it's switching gears a little bit as opposed to the quite difficult mini games. It's just a little more relaxing for 5 days or 7
Oh yeah,
days.
ironic. Yeah, it does have the same ranking structure as aphids, but the only thing that's kind of like I've like logged into the game a couple times and like my team has already like kind of killed the boss. So, and I don't think it really matters what troop you're using on it. I think it seemed to me that I was doing the same damage based on every turn type of thing.
Ah.
So like I don't think it matters the March troop. It's more about the participation. Like you just got to hit the insects, right? So the more active alliances will be able to get further on that thing. It's not necessarily based on the strength of the alliance, it seems. I don't know. I did I didn't seem to get any difference with any different troop that I was using. Like I was doing the same amount of damage per hit no matter what troop I used against the insect. So
Yeah, me too. I noticed that as well, for me at least.
Eh,
so
well,
it's definitely activity based.
yeah. Well,
I
I
think
could-
so. Is that Sarluna?
I
Philly
think
Cat?
it is Sarluna.
Yeah. Okay. I think so. I think the alliances with more active players. Well, and there's also a pay advantage in this particular event. Um, the pay advantage is, I think, for $4.99 you can get extra hits, if I'm not mistaken. So like, there's a pack that you can buy that allows individual player to get like 5 more hits or whatever, 6 more. I'd have to look at it. But yeah, there you earn hits from doing your daily tasks, and then you can purchase additional hits. So an active alliance, obviously number one, would get you further, and then a alliance that has a lot of spenders in it that are buying the 10 extra creature baits for more hits will get you even further. So yeah, just thank you, Wolfie, for posting that. But yeah, so you can purchase that pack to get 10 extra hits, but I think you earn, it might be like 6 a day on the let me see. I forgot how many I earned.
Oh, yeah, it's like 10 a day, it looks like.
3, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, 10 a day. So you can earn 10 a day and you can buy 10. So
okay, so you could take down two.
yeah. So that's what it is.
Huh.
So alliances that have players buying that pack will be able to get a little bit further along in the thing, or get further along faster. What's your alliance at, guys? Draco or Nim or Jake?
Ooh.
We're
Like,
at level 5 on that right now.
okay, so my alliance is at level 7 right now. They're like 58% left on level 7.
Damn, we gotta step it up.
Whatever.
This was
Right.
something. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Oh, yeah, no worries. I was just going to say quickly, me and Nim's alliance is level 6 right now.
Nice.
Ooh, we're slacking compared to you guys. But go ahead, Jake. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
Oh, no problem. I just wanted to say, with this last part of the collaboration that just came out that we were talking about, the Black Knight just came out in my range, so now we have the LP and the Black Knight, and lots of guard shooters are hoping for the Emerald Jewel soon.
Ooh, that should
There you
be
go.
the next one, I think.
So
Yeah,
let
I
me ask
believe
you a
so.
question, Jake. I'm curious about that. Is Awakening available for Black Knight in your server range already?
No, so that was very interesting. So they came out with the bees right after the LP came out, and there was no LP Awakening, and then the Black Knight came out. So I assume they're gonna wait until all 3 ants are available and then release the Awakening,
Okay.
which was
I-
not that was not how we got the last round of paid ants.
I always wondered, like, when they bring out ants that are already available in the older servers into the newer servers, if the Awakening is like immediately available, or if like there's a time period you have to wait until the Awakening comes out for that, because that is kind of a catch-up feature. You know what I'm saying? Like, to allow newer servers to catch up to older servers. And part of the reason I'm curious about that is there was an announcement recently that we were given as far as the seasons are going. So for any of you that missed it, I'm going to post it in the chat right now. But the season batches are going to be changed currently. So what that means is if you're on an event right now, you will not be able to sign up for another season until December 16th. Where that is important is I'm currently on server about to go into an event in the next couple days. I'm sorry, we're gonna be ending matchmaking in the next couple days. So if you follow the timeline of that, those that are going into or are signed up for the season right now and going into an event, they'll be back on server before December 16th. By the time they have the event, and those that are on event will be coming back. They'll be stuck on server an extra week or two than they normally would before they can register for the season. So what that means for everybody, in case you are not like connecting the dots from the last time they did this, they originally had 3 different rotations that you could go into the season, right? So like if you missed a sign up, you could wait like a week and then another one would come up. And then if you missed that one, you could wait another week and another one would come up. So what they're doing now is basically putting every single team, alliance, server, player into one pool. Okay. So it doesn't matter what server you're on. It doesn't matter what team you're on. It doesn't matter anything. Everyone that signs up for a season will always have to sign up for the season during one rotation. So all teams are going to be eligible to face any other team that's out there that registers for that particular event. So it's basically going to be you either sign up for an event or you're waiting a couple months before you can sign up for another event. Okay, so there's no more like changing rotations. Now, this is good in the sense that more teams are now into the pool to be able to face other teams. So it should help with matchmaking more equal teams. What we've seen in the past is like, if a team is not doing so hot or whatever, they may like skip an event to go into another rotation so that they can, gather more resources or whatever, be better prepared for the next event. They might need a little bit longer time, or what they may want to change up the available teams that are in their rotation to like give themselves a better matchup. That's no longer going to be the case. So in that sense, you're either going to go on season or you're going to stay on server, but you're not going to be able to go on season for another like over a month, like basically 2 months if you decide to skip. And even if you did decide to skip, you're going to be facing the same potential opponents every single time because the pool is all of the teams, all the alliances together.
I like that a lot.
You like that?
Yeah, honestly, I've been in the second rotation and it feels like we're just facing the same people again and again because there's not many stronger alliances.
See, that's a good point, but being stuck on server for that long, oh my god.
Yeah.
I like it better. I really do like it better because I think that it will help in the matchmaking a lot. Okay, like you have every potential team in the game that could wind up on your event. I'm sure they're going to limit it somewhat to server ranges. I don't think it would be fair for a server 200 to face a server 1200, right? Big difference there, so I'm sure there'll be some limits in place as far as that's concerned, like normal. But what I've seen happen, and I'll be brutally honest with you, I've seen teams purposely skip because they're facing too hard of an opponent at every single event that they go to. Okay, so this should even it out a little bit, and like when these super teams are out there that are they're going to match with other super teams. So it's, in my opinion, it's really a good thing for the game in general, because you want that fairness level to be there where, like a really, really strong team will be forced to face a really, really strong team. Now, there is a little caveat to that, obviously. It's all going to depend on what teams select as far as the event that they want to go to. Currently, there's the 3, Lost Island, Barren Land, and Vast Jungle. And that's something that's always going to be a choice for every team. So some teams may choose to go to one event or the other, or they may come out with another event, and that would be yet again another choice. So it'll be interesting to see how it goes. But I think in general, this is going to be a very good thing for the game. What do you guys?
Yeah.
Jake,
Well,
do you
I was
disagree?
gonna say I have a question about it, because like CSC is always tied to when events open. So that means if they stick with the one rotation, it's the one CSC event. Like I would hope that there's going to be some kind of option for it to open outside of event, because it's a lot. Like if you're moving an entire alliance or planning on, like it's a lot of logistics plus launching into an event. So I mean, that's kind of the downside I don't really like for myself, but I do like that we'll have more options for who we get to face in events and stuff. I think that's great, but I think that being able to move servers outside of event would be like not having them both tied together would be nice, in my opinion.
Yeah. I personally don't think that's going to happen. I think they'll keep CSC tied to event, but we'll see.
Yeah, well, it would be nice because I do agree with Nim. um, Because there's some situations, unfortunately, for anyone who has to deal with it, is that if you're in a toxic server or a toxic alliance, you kind of rely on CSC to get out of there and find new enjoyment in the game and make new friends and get away from that stuff. So situations like this, you're
Ironic
kind of stuck.
made a very good point, and that would be awesome if they did do that. But like maybe
Hmm.
Nim's thing, if they brought back an original migration, right? Like if they brought that option back, that would be very, very good as well.
I mean, I do have tokens just sitting there doing nothing.
Yeah, but who knows? Be very interesting. It's a long wait, that's for sure. But overall, comparing the negatives and positives, it's a good thing. It'll be very nice, just face new teams because there's been some seasons where even myself, I'll face a team for one season and the next season, there they are again. So it'll be nice, especially how So was stating, like have the strong teams face the strong ones instead of a strong team up against a weaker team. It kills the fun out of it. You want to be having a nice, fair, balanced team layout for both camps, make the game more enjoyable, make the season more enjoyable. But
I agree. I mean, the thing is, I like it that they're going to expand the pool, because you won't necessarily be seeing the same team after. Like in my particular alliance, we are a very competitive alliance. We go season to season. That never changes. The only time that we will not go to a season, or I'm sorry, even like when a new event was announced, we would go to a Lost Island knowing we were going to quit early just so we could sign up for the new event. So like when we did it twice, when when Barrenland was announced, we went to Lost Island and quit early, knowing we were going to go to the first Barrenland that was released, right? And then we did the same thing. We actually went to Lost Island again because we didn't want to take the risk of going to a Barrenland and having our campmates not vote to quit, so we could vote to quit to go to Vast Jungle. So like we're in that weird rotation where we would have either been stuck on the server for two or 3 weeks waiting for it to come, or not go to an event. So we decided better to go to an event knowing we were going to vote to quit, just so we could sign up for the new event. So like the alliance I'm in, we're going to go to event no matter what. Like which event we decide to go to, that's always up in the air, because now that the rewards or the chance to get certain ants or whatever are all the same. But we in the beginning when they first came out with it, like you could only get Vast Jungle ants from Vast Jungle, you could only get Barren ants from Barren or whatever, and everyone wants to begin that chase towards those season ants. So now that they're all the same, I like that you have the opportunity for whatever play style you feel like. Although I personally got outvoted this time, so I'm going to an event that I despise, but whatever.
Well, actually, I know Nim knows this, but apparently there's a few changes in Vast Jungle recently too. I'm not too sure if we discussed it, but Nim, some of the changes, right?
Like first rewards on layers and stuff. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah. You want to explain that a little bit?
Well, that way to throw me under the bus, Draco.
Putting you on the spot.
Well, my understanding is from it is because our protected time is hard for me this time around. So getting like rep points and doing all of the layers are a little more challenging. So, but my understanding is that what you used to, whoever did the most kills on the station troops would get like a extra bonus reward or like the top 10 people, I think it was. And that's no longer there. You don't get that. You still see who did the most and get rep points for it, but you don't get that extra little you'd had the most kill reward.
Yeah.
Did I get that right?
Wait, what is it now?
So on the layers, if you had the most kills of station troops on that layer for that taking it down, you would get that extra reward, like number 1 and so on would get like that little extra fruit and bonuses. They don't have that anymore. So you don't get that extra reward. Everyone kind of gets the same amount of rewards for hitting the layers.
So everyone that participates gets the rewards. Doesn't matter how much they kill or don't kill.
Before the station troops are gone. Like, how you have to have because we do touch rallies with our alliance on most of our objectives. So yeah, like so you'll get as long as you're hitting the target before the station troops are killed off, you will get all of the rewards the same.
Oh, that's good. I'm glad for that. That ends a lot of arguing.
Yep. And also, after you kill off the station troops, you're still fighting troops. So when you're attacking durability, there's, was it T8s, T7s stationed in there. Oh, yep. Thanks, Wolfie. T7
really?
Soldier ants. Yep. So you're still fighting something.
So it's not just taking durability down, it's you actually have to go through troops?
Yeah, let's see if I can pull a screenshot. Got to log into the game.
Yeah.
I just want to make it clear they've always been there. They're just being presented now.
Oh. I didn't know that. I thought
they've always been in the base factor. In the base factored percentages.
They're just more visible.
I got you.
That's correct.
Yeah. I'll still pull it up. guess
That's
everyone wants
kind
to
of cool.
stall you.
To be honest with you, so that was always a contention within my alliance, right? Like, um, we originally would always use T2s to attack for the first 5 minutes. And then at the 5 minute mark, we allowed the players to like do whatever they had to do in the initial home area. Okay. Um, Being in leadership of my alliance during that time was horrible. Okay. Because we would always get like players like someone would join a rally with stronger than T1, T2 troops, or someone would launch the rally early, or someone would forget to uncheck. Like we had it set up to where people would position as rally leaders, and their responsibility was to uncheck the box rally when full, right?
Hmm.
And then they had to check everybody that came into their rally, and those people had to be sent back to back to their hill if they sent stronger than T1, T2. Okay. So always, every building capture, either a rally leader would mistakenly put stronger than T2s, or they would forget to send someone home, or they would forget to uncheck the box. And of course, everyone else would be up in arms about, this. So like the complaints just kept pouring in, and like it would suck for me to have to like send a message like to a longtime R4 that made one mistake, right? Like because then they get upset that like, hey, I made one error and everyone's harping on me or whatever on one building. And so we like eventually just gave up. We were like, you know what? It is not worth those little tiny rewards, to like have all this complaints and arguments and whatever, right? Because it was just a choice we made. And then like, even though we knew it was right to like try to get everybody to get the maximum rewards, it was hard to be able to like enforce it. At least in our situation, because we are an international alliance. So we have players, translation issues and things like of that nature all factored into why these mistakes were happening, every now and then. So we gave up on doing it and said, just like everyone can attack. Like this is the set time that we are hitting this particular building. Use whatever you want to hit it. I mean, like you want to run a solo. You want to join the rallies. We just require that like those in the front run rallies, so everyone has an opportunity to hit the building at the scheduled time, and moved on. And for the most part, it was fine. Everybody kind of understood. But knowing that we were giving up those little extra rewards for a vast majority of our alliance always kind of bothered us, because it is the right way to do it. I'm kind of glad they got rid of it, because now there's no issue with doing it this way.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. So, pretty good. I know a lot of teams have stopped doing the T1, T2 touches now, but I feel like it's a good thing to run that still because, like I said in chat, it helps build teamwork, especially when you're in season going into war. You somewhat kind of run the same kind of formation, like okay, everyone at let's say protection time ends at reset. Once reset happens, we want all these people up front in front of the towers to open the rallies and everyone join in. And I feel like it also helps players in the lead spots, check out chat for important information because for me, I kind of want the game to install some kind of notification bubble that is very noticeable for when people get DMs because I can't tell you the amount of times I'm trying to get someone's attention and they're not noticing my messages, they're not noticing chat. So, being those spots can help players, check out chat a little bit more when an R4, an R5 is sending out not commands, but like objectives, and things can change last minute. So, that's my personal opinion. So I still kind of like it.
Mhm. How
But
international is Vic?
pretty good right now. We have a lot of people in America, Europe. Um, I feel like saying other places too.
Turkey.
Not too sure.
Yeah,
Turkey, yeah.
Turkey, Indonesia, I think Indonesia as well. So we're
There's
pretty
some in.
pretty mixed.
Yeah, it's pretty mixed, covering multiple time zones.
Yeah, even though the protection is not our favorite for some of us, but for others it works. So, being in an international alliance, especially like the one you're in, Seoul, and I'm pretty sure Jake Dog too, can really help because, sometimes you're not going to get the protection time you want because it's also based on what your allies would really need, and especially for the other camp. So people like me who love 16 hours of fighting, perfect. But, you know, it's
We
kind of tough
we
for the
have,
protection.
we have players from 15 different languages.
Yeah. Ooh, 15?
Yeah, we have 15 different language selections on our Discord, which actually technically 16 because one of them is not an option for translation. So thankfully that player also speaks English, but
Oh,
we have to like we're across 3 different platforms for social media because like not everybody has Discord, not everybody, some have Telegram, some have Discord. We have a big Keiko Talk group as well for the Korean players. We have some players that are online. I think it's called Line. It's like a either Taiwanese or Chinese language social media platform. So it is very difficult, trust me, to like get everybody in line if not everybody is speaking the same language. At least in our
mm,
that's been my experience. But you
yeah.
know, I I
Sorry,
do
just quickly, we actually have a hand raised, so I'm just gonna bring them up, but please do continue. So,
yeah. Um, so yeah, but I'm glad it's done and over with. If that's the case for Lost Island and Barrenland as well, um, I hope they move those rewards into the category of just participating in the hit. I hope they didn't just take them away
mhm.
because
Well,
that would ideally be best.
yeah. Well, we knew things would change even after the first opening of Vast Jungle, so there might even be more changes to when December comes, and we all, well, not all of us, but a decent amount go to Vast Jungle and try it out. But hello, Fo Shizzle. What's your question for us today? Oh, you're muted. If I accidentally muted you, like I did with the last person, I'm sorry. But yeah, what's your question?
You'll have to unmute for Shizzle.
No? Okay. Well, we'll just give you a minute or two. Again, people, the hand icon isn't to say hi. It's to actually ask a question and join in on the discussions. But yeah, did you guys notice the update to the stores?
I did
Ooh,
to the
what
to
did you
the
think?
to the fungi store.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I like it yet. I'm gonna just have to get used to it, I think.
I
I
love
I was enjoying buying them every day. It felt like I never ran out of the material to buy
it.
stuff.
I love the week. Um, the one thing I think is going to happen is something's going to get added to that store coming up.
Maybe when a new meteorite comes out, is that what you're
Yeah,
talking about?
I think so for sure.
Little
Either a new
foreshadowing.
meteorite or, well, I mean that's how they changed the other ones, right? when a new meteorite came out, they added the old material to it. So like, I think it's early, which is fine because like not many players have gotten high in the newer meteorite thing, but it's probably a foreshadowing. That's what happened last time, right?
It
That's
is.
Yeah.
where they added the meteorite material.
I think we are actually almost at the point where they do switch over. Because I remember with the first one and the second one, it's probably like a month from now, maybe, where they started teasing us some more about the new stage that will be unlocked. So maybe December, January for my prediction. The last one will probably come out. But, you know.
Has anyone opened up the latest treasure?
No.
Really opened it?
No, I just opened my second one.
Okay. I'm not open on mine. I still have quite a few ways to go to get to 15 on the other one. So I was just curious if anyone you know has opened it.
Here,
Mhm.
this is mine, so I'm way behind.
I'm pretty sure the only one I know that would open it is Useful. So, hey, do you have it open?
I don't have it open. No, I still have I still have I think maybe 2 or 3 items that I have to get up to 15 before it will open for me.
Mm.
15's you have to hit 15 on all 6 or all 5. What is it? Yeah, 6 of them. I'm a bit of ways.
You just opened it, Jake Dog, but you haven't unlocked them yet.
I haven't got a single one yet.
Oof. Oof. Build up that what's it called? Treasure clay?
Mhm.
Yeah. Oh, that's a pain.
Yeah, I think I just sent out my
Well,
second.
the moonlight essence too is
Mm.
hard. That's kind of the stopgap,
Hmm.
Yeah,
you know.
Oh, oh,
I was just curious on that. So
yeah. Well, we still have that to be unlocked by players, and also the fourth meteorite stage, and I'm still waiting for that fourth insect buddy to come out. I
we have.
really thought this collab would.
I'm going to bring up another player that's got a question.
Ooh, awesome.
Hi,
Hello, oh yep, sorry, go ahead.
Hey guys, can you hear me?
yeah,
Yep.
Mhm.
welcome to stage.
Thank you. It's been a while since I've joined a live stage. I have a question about the Lucas event. For 6,000 points, how do you get how much that would equate to in money? How much would it cost to actually get like an item that's 6,000 points?
So there's no comparable dollar amount to collaboration points because collaboration points are mainly earned through active participation in the event itself. So like really a dollar amount value to it is hard to calculate. There are certain points that could be bought. So I guess, hold on a second. I can.
Yeah, right now I'm looking at it for 500 collaboration points in Canadian dollars is 6.99.
So that'd be $4.99, I think. US, right? For how many? 600?
500.
500?
Yeah, but you also get 10 creature baits too, and including, some other okay rewards.
So
Um,
basically, I mean, you're talking a penny point. So
oh, okay.
like if you wanted to equate it to like a dollar amount, but even that is not quite
Let's also
true.
have to factor in the calculation on, I mean, not just the dollar amount versus point equation, but um,
You'd have to subtract
what
all
playing
the
playing
fees.
the event on how much you how many points you gain per participation in the event.
Exactly.
Mhm.
So it would be less than a penny a point because if you calculate all the free points that you could potentially maximize and subtract that from what you could buy, it would actually diminish the dollar value of the collaboration points. But basically, I mean, here's the thing: the collaboration points themselves. I mean, I guess you could also factor it in the sense of how much does it costs, let's say, $14.99 US to buy a exotic shell, for example.
Yes,
Okay, or 5 exotic shells, is it, for that
yes.
$14.99 pack? And you can get them for 1,000 points on that. So you could calculate it that way if you wanted to like look at it from a cost perspective towards what you can actually get from it. But the reality is it's hard to calculate the actual value of a collaboration point because so many can be earned through active participation in the event.
And the variables are so significant, so many that
Yeah, or
there's
like
no
Ironic just said, a purple hill skin equates to about $10 to $20. So for 6,000 points is equivalent to about $20
okay.
as an
And
exchange.
my second question is hopefully you guys will know why did they change AI back they pushed it back from Thursdays to Wednesdays to sign up.
It gives teams more than one day to sign up for the event, and it gives more than a couple hours to see who your opponent is going to be. So that was the
So
reason for the change.
okay, so if the sign up event starts on Wednesday, I thought that it closed out at reset because I was surprised last week when the reset or the sign up was for Wednesday and I tried to sign up on Thursday and I missed it. So are you saying that it's now it gives
Oh,
you
no.
2 actual days
No,
instead of the one?
it gives you one day. So registration for it is still limited to one day, but
Yes, because
you
I
see
couldn't
your
sign up.
opponent. You see who your opponent is one day early. So on Thursday, you will see who your opponent is for the Friday event.
Okay.
Before, you'd have to sign up on Thursday, and you wouldn't see your opponent till a couple. Like if you signed up for, let's say like I remember in our case, we like if we had a 1,300 UTC event, we wouldn't see the opponent till maybe like 3 hours prior to.
Well, thanks for answering it. It's just that I liked having it on Thursdays because it gives you time to like if you wanted to leave out of your alliance and like hit the hills that are inactive in your alliance to get their resources back. You
Oh,
could do that and then rejoin the your alliance and go to the AI. But I
I
guess
have a
that
suggestion for that. Oh, unless you're using those to
yes.
qualify for events or whatever.
Yes, we're using them to qualify for
Okay.
events and also to have farms.
Okay. Because, like, I mean, like on our server, we have a farm alliance. Like, we have an alliance that we put inactive hills into or whatever, and our team hits those hills for resources or whatever. So I was going to say you could do that, but if you need those hills to be in your alliance in order to qualify for the number of players to get to an event, then yeah, you're right. That would be a little bit more difficult.
Thank you.
Yep, you're welcome. Thank you.
Awesome. Thanks. Um, But with that said, I posted in chat if anyone has any questions. No one sent any, but if anyone has any questions now, it's the perfect time. Unless anyone here on stage has anything further they would like to discuss, Jake Dog or Nim.
I think that's
No, I'm
covered
good.
it all.
I have one more thing that I just want to cover real quickly because someone posted it in the stage topics. But the question that was asked is, there any way to do like a RSS exchange event once a month? They have resources that they would love to change out for something that they can actually use. There has this particular topic has been brought up to the development team, and it's not something that's planned as of now. So we don't have any real further information. I mean, any suggestions you guys have on like how they would do that?
Ladybug store.
Yeah, I mean that's really the only way to do it, right?
Herder class too.
Well, herder class doesn't exchange, right? I mean, you're better off hitting hills for certain resources and farms than you are to try to transfer in herder class from one
Find a
account.
friend who's an opposite march as you and start swapping resources if you're on server.
Yeah, that's a good idea, right?
Yeah, load up on Garrison, let them hit you, and then ask them to do the reverse. If they don't need sand and you don't need leaf, then you can swap out.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, so basically Ladybug. If the Ladybug comes too slow, then max it out. Same with any ants that skills are tied into it to make it come by faster, and that's really it. Because don't worry, I'm the same way. I have a bunch of leaf and soil that I don't really use because as of this moment, I am pure shooter, which eventually will be Guardian shooter once I get my T10 Guardians out. But yeah. But with that said, there's no more questions. I would like to thank everyone for joining stage today. Um, Make sure you post your in-game IDs in the live IDs channel, and the fairy will send you a nice little present for joining us today. And also, if you want to listen back in on today's stage or any past stage, or you have some friends you want to show some of our podcast with, go to stage videos and share that link. Make sure you like and subscribe. And if you guys have any questions, go straight to stage topics and we will talk about them next stage. So thanks everyone and have yourselves a great weekend.
Thank you,
Bye,
guys.
guys. And for the record, if you are participating in the Discord event, and anyone comes across my name in that Discord event and wishes to poke fun at me, I'm coming to burn your hill. Okay? Just so you guys know.
Thank God I'm hundreds of servers away from you.
Tempted now.
Oh, well, perfect. Thanks everyone and take care.
Thanks. Bye.
Bye, guys.
Bye.